Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we have some repairs to do here. We're definitely not going to be waiting for the Annihilator to finish, but I do want to prioritize the Annihilator finishing. So we're going to go ahead and tick forward here a little bit. We're going to tick forward to the financial report and slightly beyond it. The question is how far beyond it? I'm not sure. We're just going to tell Rain to pass a mail to his recipient. I have no idea what's going on here, but hey, there we go. Rain is in low spirits, but is now cautious instead of brave. Okay, I maybe should have read that a little closer. That is not exactly the best outcome. Probably should have gone the other way, but that is okay. Here's our financial report, and we're going to go ahead and take that. That was fully expected. That does put us back under that sweet, sweet 10 million C-bill mark. So that's fine. We're going to tick forward for looks like another 12 days here. Okay, we're hoping that we're going to be able to get 2 deployments out of this next month. We'll see how that goes. We've got another 5 days. Now, I was hoping that that would have been before the previous one, but I want to double check the mech bay. We do have an empty mech bay right now. And yeah, the Fafnir still needs a little bit of work. So that's a little odd to me. Why does the Fafnir need work? Oh, it probably just took a crit, didn't it? That would have been a while ago. Yeah, that was the UAC 20. So we just repair that. That's going to cost a little bit of money, like 5k C-bills, and it's going to take 3 days. Like I said, I was hoping to have that pause the previous day, but we do lose a day there, and we would have lost a day anyway. So the Fafnir will tick on forward and there we go. The Annihilator is now 29 days away. The financial report is 13. At this time, we definitely need to deploy, and we're going to hope that it's something on the easier side. I mean, with RogueTech, it's hard to tell. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it isn't. But we're going to try to aim for that because I'd like to get a second deploy this month. Bring us up above that 10k mark pretty solidly. That would be the idea. And then once we have the Annihilator back, we can start escalating the difficulty again. That will be the overall concept here. Now, this is a duo-duel. We're not necessarily interested in that. I would like to do some sort of like a destroy base here. This is actually solid here. So there's not going to be a free priority salvage here. We could sit here on the off chance that they have a railgun turret. I think we're going to run it straight down the middle, though. We should still be safe if they have a railgun turret running it straight down the middle. And let's see how that goes. We are against Comstar, so we're going to be against more units than normal. This is not exactly going to be a walk in the park, so that's definitely something to think about. I think we're going to bring the Fafnir instead of the Corsair. I think that's the mech that we're going to drop here. Okay, so let's bring the Fafnir here. I don't think we have anybody with Fafnir affinities. No, we'll just bring Panzer, because Panzer can't die. So that'll be perfect. And we will go ahead and deploy this. Yes, we know that we have some unused tonnage. Darius is probably an idiot, but we'll see. We are against Comstar. We need to keep that in mind. So this is definitely going to be more units. We could be against as many as 12 enemy units, as well as 4 turrets. So that's what we need to think about here. Now, the pay isn't super high for this, and the skull difficulty isn't super high. So I do believe that this will be only 1 Comstar Lance, but it could be 2. We do need to be prepared for 2, but my theory, my gut feeling, is that there will only be 1 Comstar Lance, 4 turrets, and that'll be it. We should be able to sweep that aside pretty easily. If they have reinforcements, it could get complicated. Now, there could be as many as 2 reinforcement lances. I think that's incredibly unlikely that there's that many. There's a minor Comstar base in this region, and we'd like to remind them that the Draconis Combine is aware of their base, and they should not become complacent. Destroying a handful of the facility's structures should send the proper message. The base is likely to be guarded. Destroy the units guarding it, and there's a bonus in it for you. It seems straightforward, Commander. If things get out of hand, remember you can just blow up the buildings and make a run for it. And that's what we'll do if we're looking at, like, 3 Comstar Lances. I don't believe we will be. I think that we'll see 1 Comstar Lance. I think there's maybe a 20% chance that we're going to see a second Comstar Lance.
All systems nominal.
Okay, let's go.
Command interface initiated.
Fixed defenses powering up. Yes, turrets are a pain, but we want turrets. Turrets are good. So the base is up over here. We do see only the Comstar garrison. I wouldn't mind necessarily deploying over this way. We have the cover here. We can hop into the water and advance through the water. We're expecting the garrison to be here. And then the turrets are back here. We should have relatively clear LOS, this island notwithstanding, if we deploy over this way. Now, some of these locations might be a little bit awkward for our units. Yeah. We might be stuck and have to do careful maneuvering for a couple of these up on the ridge. We'll see. If that's the case, it should be okay. So let's see what we've got here. We have immediate enemy contact, of course, as expected. Sadly, our salamander is positioned here and facing away from them.
Watch the flank.
Okay, so that's a pretty big arrow 4 hit.
Can't take much more of this. Reporting heavy fire.
Avatar, Apollux. Rude. Very rude.
Okay, that was bad.
Okay, so that they've got multiple artillery pieces. They've also got a heavy Gauss emplacement. Yep. This is all expected.
That all you got?
This first round, we're going to take heavy fire. There's no way around it. That's a heavy laser turret, hardened sand blaster, and a hardened command bunker. Okay. Interesting. So eventually we're going to get to turn around, and that time is actually now for some of our mechs. The Salamander is going to move up here. It does move through the fire, and they've got the multiple Pollux tanks there. They've got one here, and they've got one here. Our hit odds on those are not amazing. We've got okay hit odds on the Battlemaster, good hit odds on the Avatar, and that Dragon Slayer. 1260 and 1040. So the Dragon Slayer has the higher amount of armor. We're going to Warlord, and we're going to fire on that Dragon Slayer, and we're going to use AX ammo.
Got it.
Excellent. The Dragon Slayer is now unsteady. And next up is going to be our longbow, which is just going to position out over here. I would love to shoot at some of these guys. Our hit odds are actually a lot lower than I thought, but I think it's mostly just evasive. We do have ECM jamming, but that's fine. We've also got the ELRMs, and maybe actually we should fire on these turrets. We've got the hardened command bunker, the hardened sandblaster. That's probably not super threatening. The heavy laser turret probably isn't either. The heavy Gauss emplacement might be. I want to check these hit odds. No visuals. Okay. Yeah, that would do the trick for sure. We're going to Warlord here. And in terms of actual hit odds, it's really not great, is it? Okay, so I think that we're probably going to go for the Avatar here. And the reason we're going to go for the Avatar is because it does higher damage and has slightly higher hit odds. So we'll go ahead and do that. That'll be an armor strip on the Avatar. Structure exposure there already.
Critical hit.
Not too bad. Now we're going to get a little bit shredded by the turret there, and that's a pretty good hit on the Fafnir, but we're okay for now. We will get an opportunity to move soon. That Battlemaster is pretty vulnerable.
Commander?
So our Mauler is going to move up over here. It's located in the fire. 80%. Honestly, I think we go for the Battlemaster with the Mauler. We'll Warlord it. And our lasers are going to be too much with the heat from the flames, but we can fire one, or actually 3 lasers here.
Right, Commander.
So we missed one of our heavy Gausses there. That's unfortunate, but otherwise that was decent. The Madcap Mark II is going to position up over here. We could fire on the Battlemaster side arc or on the Dragon Slayer. Hit odds are better on the Battlemaster, and we'll go ahead and take that. We probably can't fire the lasers. Actually, we can.
Locked on target.
And that's a dead Battlemaster with that last missile sneaking in an SRM ammo explosion. I like it. The Awesome is going to move up over here.
On the move.
It can fire on the Avatar. It can fire on the Dragon Slayer. The Highlander hasn't moved yet, of course. And the Pollux we're going to want to get rid of fairly quickly. But I think that our best hit odds mean that we're going to want to fire on the Avatar here. The Avatar's armor is already quite weakened.
Roger that.
And now it's a lot more weakened.
Reporting.
That's a knockdown on the Avatar. Beautiful. Next up is our Fafnir. The Fafnir wants to sprint up over this way where it has a clearer LOS. It's not a super clear LOS, but it's a clearer LOS. We're out of range of the UAC-20. We could fire the MRM, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to fire just the MRM out at this Avatar. Now, we know because we got a crit in the engine that this guy's running an XL engine. So we're going to target that torso. And there we go.
Hostile removed.
Ammo explosion. And actually, I'm not sure that that was an XL engine. Heavy Gauss on the Awesome is expected. We knew we were going to get hit hard by that Heavy Gauss emplacement.
Yes.
We're not expecting too much from the other turrets just yet. Our Bull Shark will move up, and I would like to eliminate these heavy tanks here. And actually, I think that'll be for the best. So we're going to do that. We're going to Warlord this, and we're going to look to eliminate this heavy tank first. This is the one with the sniper artillery. It is not the one with the Arrow 4.
Affirmative.
We didn't do too well on hitting it there, but that's okay. The Boar's Head is going to advance up over this way as well.
Moving to position.
We're going to fire on this Pollux again. Hopefully we don't stray shot our own mechs with our artillery. That would be awkward, but we're going to give it a go. I don't think we're going to.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Good. Surprisingly, we eliminated basically all of the armor off of that Pollux, but we did not destroy it. But in that first round, we did eliminate a third of the Comstar garrison. So that's perfect. Next up is the Polluxes moving. Now, we're going to take a second round of artillery fire from them. Ooh, we AMS'd the Arrow 4. That's actually huge. I didn't expect us to AMS that successfully. That's low odds. And now they're shooting out over this way. That's a lot of heat.
Yikes!
My armor.
No doubt about it.
Armor's getting stuck.
So we're going to need to handle that. The Awesome is going to move up over here. That was this Pollux that did that, I'm pretty sure. No, it had to be this one. Okay. Just checking odds here. So, or not really odds, but LOS. We're going to move the Awesome up over here. Now, we are expecting heat to be too much. Actually, it's not. Light him up. One down.
Let's hit him
Cool.
hard. Enemy down.
So that's excellent. No more of that. The Highlander moves up, fires on our Awesome. Barely hits, which is good, because those were doing 15 damage. What was he running? We don't know. 15 damage from a missile weapon is a lot of damage, though. The longbow is going to look to step up over this way, and from here, we can fire on this Pollux. Now, our hit odds aren't great because we're lacking visuals, but we'll go ahead and fire on him anyway. We need to start stripping off that armor. Cool. Phase 15, the Dragon Slayer moves up, fires on our Mauler. It does get 5 damage through armor there, but it doesn't actually penetrate the armor. That's just a through armor. That's okay. The Fafnir is going to move in over here. From here, we could fire on the Pollux, but we barely would have hit odds. Or we could fire on the Dragon Slayer, and we'd have a much better chance. We're going to go ahead and Warlord that, and we're going to fire on him. I don't expect too much out of this. The hit odds are still low, but we'll see.
Roger.
Actually, that was pretty good. We managed to hit it with one of the UAC-20s anyway.
Receiving you.
The Madcap Mark II is going to move up over here. Its heat is very up there. I'd love to fire the dual MRM-40s. We can only fire one due to heat, but we still could get a kill on this Dragon Slayer with crits. And indeed we do.
Target neutralized.
Beautiful.
Waiting for
So the Salamander is going to move in over here. It can see this Pollux, and the hit odds aren't good under any circumstances, but they're good enough to fire one MRM-40 due to heat.
Target acquired.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, they're not great. We're going to artillery that guy for sure. Our Mauler is going to move up. Heat is still very up there. We can potshot out the Heavy Gauss, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Our other weapons are out of range, and actually we can't potshot out the Heavy Gauss. Heat's still too high.
My
Okay.
heat getting pretty high.
You're okay for now. The Bull Shark's going to move up over here, and we're absolutely going to drop a Long Tom on this guy. We are not going to fire the LRM-20. What are our chances here? This is not accurate. As in, we're going to get this much heat, but I'm wondering what our ammo explosion chance is. Too high, I think. We're just going to brace. Our heat is really up there right now. So they hit the Madcap Mark II with the Heavy Gauss. That's expected.
I'm receiving you.
The Boar's Head is going to stay exactly where it's at. And we're going to drop these on that Pollux. There we go. Not a great sniper artillery shot, but a pretty good arrow 4 shot. Excellent. Now they're shooting at the longbow here. To be expected.
Report. Watch my heat.
Yeah, they've got a lot of heat. That's okay. So next up is going to be our longbow, which is going to hop out of the fire.
Location confirmed.
And we're going to continue to fire on this Pollux. We would love to eliminate it before it actually does anything, but we'll see. We're going to just fire our ELRMs here. Although, yeah, we should actually fire our enhanced LRMs here, and not our ELRMs. Okay. So a little bit of damage going in there.
I'm here.
Our Fafnir is going to move up over this way. That'll do. We do get eyes on this Pollux. Odds are really low, but we are in water now. So we're going to just pot shot this.
Acknowledge.
You miss every shot you don't take. And in this case, we also missed a shot that we did take. That's okay. The Salamander is going to sprint up as well. I would love to get it into the water. We don't quite get there. But we do have eyes on the Pollux. So we'll just fire like this. We need to get its heat generation off of us, is what we need to do right now, and that's why we're focusing on it so very hard. So we're just going to move the Awesome up into the water here.
Move order confirmed.
All we can really do here is potshot this Heavy Gauss emplacement, but that's actually not bad, so we're going to go for that.
Engaging target.
Okay, we got some damage in there.
Good to go.
The Madcap Mark II is going to hop out over this direction, out of the fire. And we're going to fire on this Pollux. Hit odds are not going to be great at this range, but we can fire both MRM-40s, and that's good. So we have stripped off a huge amount of its armor. The Bull Shark is now going to hop out over here. And it's going to continue to fire on this Pollux. We're going to fire in direct fire mode here.
Taking the shot.
And there we go. The Pollux is out of here. So we don't need to worry about that huge amount of heat coming at us anymore.
Target neutralized.
Beautiful.
Waiting for
The
orders.
Mauler is going to look to get into the water. It can't quite make it due to heat. So instead, I think it's just going to hop up
Moving to
over
position.
here out of the fire. And we're just going to hit this Heavy Gauss emplacement with our own Heavy Gauss rifles.
Critical hit, Commander.
Sadly, we only hit one of those.
Orders.
But I guess it's okay. The Boar's Head is going to move up over this way. It's still in the fire. And the question is, do we go for the Highlander? Okay, it's running MMLs. Got it. I think the answer is no. The answer is no. We're going to go for the heavy Gauss emplacement. I want to eliminate that HGR.
Enemy structure is weakening.
There we go. HGR's out of here. The other turrets aren't a huge threat to us, so we'll next go for the Highlander, which is a bit of a threat to us with those MMLs. It didn't fire them there, so that's okay.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Fantastic. So they're shooting at the Awesome, and that's actually very rude.
That hit something important.
They happened to go through the same area that the heavy Gauss rifle hit previously, and then just happened to roll a destruction of the double heatsink. We can replace it. It's just slightly annoying. So the longbow is going to step up over here.
Copy that.
Do we go for the Highlander here, or do we go for the turret? 21%. Actually, our odds are better on the Sandblaster, shockingly, than even the Highlander. Strange. Very strange. We don't want to go for the laser turret. That's not a threat to us. I think the turret that's been shooting the missiles is the Sandblaster, but I don't know that for a fact. Let's go ahead and fire at the Sandblaster here. We'll Warlord it to boost our damage, and this should do a decent amount overall. We could even fire FTL missiles if we really wanted to, but I don't think the odds are there for them.
Firing.
Okay. Good amount of damage to that turret.
Go.
Our Mauler is going to step forward over here.
Affirmative.
We have eyes on the 3 buildings and on the Highlander. We're going to be firing on the Highlander. We'll Warlord that. Hit odds aren't amazing, and we've still got a lot of heat here.
Affirmative.
We did manage to hit him there with the HGR, though.
Critical
So
hit,
that's
Commander.
fantastic.
Get it
Next
free.
up is going to be our
Standing by.
Awesome. We need to protect the left-hand side here. So we're actually going to turn the Awesome like so. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a target for the turrets. They're going to be hitting over here on the right-hand side. The right-hand side is fine. We're going to Vigilance the Awesome. It's still vulnerable to the Highlander, but we'll go ahead and shoot at this guy. I am expecting that we're at least going to knock this guy down, not necessarily with this salvo, but with a salvo soon. Made him unsteady, and now our Salamander can move into the water over here. That's a huge deal because we can fire AX ammo at this guy. That's exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to Warlord. I fully expect at least a knockdown here.
Engaging with target.
That's an MML destruction. Nice, and that is a knockdown. Exactly as anticipated. Moves him back to phase 12. Cool.
Standing by.
The Fafnir is going to move in and finish the job. This should be a super easy shot, but we failed our sensor roll. And there's a bunch of other modifiers there, but we'll give it a go.
Okay, I'm on it.
We got some decent damage in there. We crit the heatsink
Scored a
kit
critical hit.
twice, so that's a thing.
Yes, Commander.
The Madcat Mark II is going to move up, and it's going to stay put. And it's absolutely going to finish the job here. I think that we get the crit.
Confirmed.
Wow, we still didn't get the crit.
Critical hit, Commander.
I mean, he should eject, but okay. The Madcat Mark II is going to move up over here with this Ace Pilot,
Standing by.
and our Bull Shark is going to move up. The Bull Shark is going to start hitting this turret here. And we're going to fire our Long Tom. Not a great Long Tom shot, if I'm honest. But it's okay.
I'm ready.
The Boar's Head is going to move up over here. Its heat is also up there. We're going to fire on this turret as well. We can't fire the LRM-20 due to current heat, but that's okay. Once again, very bad
Over
shooting.
the red line.
Okay. The Highlander gets up. We're a little concerned about the health of the Awesome right now. We'll see what he does. Goes for the Salamander, stray shots the Fafnir, not really doing too much there. Okay. And they go for the Salamander. I like it. That's great. We're very happy about that, actually. That was incredible. I don't know why they chose to do that, but they did.
Aye, aye.
So the Awesome is going to pretty much move in like this,
Affirmative.
continuing to protect its left side. And we're going to fire on this Highlander. Hit odds are low. We failed our sensor roll. That was a lot of internal hits there,
Target's taking a critical hit.
but not what we needed. So this guy gets to move again immediately. Fires on the Awesome, as expected. However, he hits the strong side, also as expected.
Losing armor.
You're okay. For now. Next up is our longbow, which is going to move up over here. Now, the Highlander is actually a little close for the longbow. I'm thinking about firing on this hardened sandblaster. This thing's lost most of its armor just to artillery, and I think that's okay. We're just going to fire the ELRMs due to heat, but let's see if we take it out. That's a lot of damage,
Reporting. Critical hit.
but it's still there. Now, artillery could finish the job. The Fafnir is going to move up here, and it's absolutely looking to finish the job on this Highlander. Did we fail our sensor roll again? Oh, he's ECM jamming. Okay, fair enough.
Acknowledge.
We missed all the autocannons, but the MRMs did the job. Cool.
Commander?
So now the Mauler is going to move up over here. It's going to look to maul this hardened command bunker, if we can help it. That'll be the ideal target.
Roger that.
We probably won't hit. Yeah, that's expected.
Ooh.
No problem there. The Madcap Mark II is going to start sprinting up over this way, closing in. It's out of range, so it'll just sink his heat. Next up is our Salamander, which is going to move up. The only things that it can see are the buildings. I guess we can go for the medium military building here.
On it.
There we go.
Structure down.
One building down.
History.
Also, that missile there, you may want to rewind the video to see the one I'm talking about. I must go, my people need me, right there.
Waiting for orders.
I don't know what it was doing, but sure. The Bull Shark is going to move over here for now. We're going to target, I think, this building to try to splash damage both of these.
Firing on target.
Nice. We did eliminate that turret. That's perfect. Next up,
Orders.
our Boar's Head is going to move up out of the fire, and we are going to target this guy. We're going to hope that we splash damage the medium military building. That would be ideal. And this is a pretty big overheat, so we're just going to do this. Okay, he manages to AMS that. He's got some pretty heavy AMS. So the laser turret can see the Fafnir. That's okay.
Damage minimal.
No major problem there, and the missiles are going for the Mad Cat. Sounds good.
Reporting major armor loss.
So we'll eliminate that hardened command bunker quite soon. It's a little hard to see, but it should be fine.
Sending by.
Our Salamander is going to move up over this way. And we're going to look at not eliminating this bunker, but rather getting rid of its AMS would be preferable. Laser AMS was not enabled there, so we actually got quite a lot of missiles in. I like it.
Commander.
Now our Awesome is going to make its way up over here. We're still trying to expose this side to their turrets. And we're going to fire on that hardened command bunker yet again. I'm going to Warlord to boost our odds.
Firing on target.
Well, one of those PPCs was on target, but not the other one. I can tell you that. The hardened command bunker is almost out of armor. That's perfect. Our longbow is going to step forward here, and we are going to continue to fire at that hardened command bunker, I think. Actually, the heavy laser turret, the odds are so much better. We can fire something like this. Okay, so that armor is nearly gone. The Mauler is going to move up over here. We're hoping that we manage to maul the hardened command bunker, but the odds are low.
Firing on target.
Yep, absolutely nothing there. As
Systems
expected.
recycling for another shot.
I'm here.
Our Fafnir is going to close in. It does not have range.
Acknowledge.
That's okay. This autocannon is unjammed. The Magcat Mark II is going to move up. It doesn't have range either, and that's okay.
I'm ready.
The Bull Shark is absolutely going to drop artillery on this hardened command bunker.
Engaging target.
Not quite through the armor. It wasn't a good long tom shot. However, the Boar's Head is in position to get the follow-up. Okay, let's just fire this for now.
Engaging target.
There's another structure down. Sadly, that command bunker is still standing. But it's very low now. It fires a breaching shot at the Magcat. Ignores the guarded. It's rude. But that's okay.
Commander.
So our Magcat is going to move up here. The only thing it can shoot at is this medium military building right now, and we can go ahead and take that down.
Copy.
There we go. So we could head to the evac zone, but it'll be faster to just eliminate the two turrets, honestly. So that's what we're going to do. Our longbow is going to, I think, look to finish off the heavy laser turret here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, for sure. No, I don't want you to first aid. Wrong button. I wanted you to warlord. There we go.
I got you.
There we go. That turret's out of here.
Enemy eliminated.
One turret remains. Sadly, no railgun turret in this
Standing
mission,
by.
but that's okay. The Awesome is going to move up, still
Roger
protect
that.
its left flank. I do expect a kill here, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we get a kill here.
We'll go.
There we go. Fantastic.
Brought it
Let's
down,
get outta here.
Commander.
I don't know that we're going to be able to deploy in the current month tick, though. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. There's no doubt about that. We'll see what Yang has to say about it. Honestly, we didn't take that much damage. We took a few chunks here and there. It's mostly just that double heatsink destruction, but that's pretty easy to replace. Like, that's not a huge deal. It's just slightly unlucky. So I'm not too concerned about that. 1.3 million C-bills is our raw payment. Not too bad there. And yeah, like the Magcat took a lot of armor damage. There was a decent amount of armor damage that came through, I guess. They want the Avatar and Highlander parts, and they're offering us all of this. Honestly, that's a good trade. Look at all those Engine Core 400s. If those are stacked up, they're not stacked up. But if they were stacked up, that would be amazing. So we could get Pollock's parts. Those are 75 tonners. Might not be the worst concept. I believe we have a sniper artillery. Actually, we don't. A spare sniper artillery might not be a bad thing. And we could grab, like, a ballistic range FCS or 2 flak FCSs. That's actually really good. We're going to take the 2 flak FCSs. And let's see what else we get. Silver Bullet Gauss, we got a remote sensor missile. We'll get rid of that. Medium laser diverse optics, we don't need it. 2 cases, we don't need that either. Engine Core 225, we have one. Assault jump jets, narc beacon ammo, get out of here. And slug sniper ammo, huh? Minus 90% damage dealt to armor, minus 50% damage dealt to structure, and 200% stability. Gross. We're just going to sell that. We'll keep regular sniper ammo. Thank you very much. So in terms of how much damage we took, I think it's a decent chunk. I think we'll be a little bit hard-pressed, especially with only the 2 repair bays available right now, because remember, the Annihilator is still in progress. I think we're going to be hard-pressed with 2 repair bays to get all of this done before the month tick. We'll see what that ends up looking like, but my guess is that that's not going to be super viable. That was definitely a profitable mission, but in the on its own. But in the context of the entire month, we might be in the red this month. Well, not fully in the red, but you know, dipping into our cash reserves, which would not be ideal. We'll see how long this ends up taking. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, you can... That was a weird transition. Next I was going to say you can leave your offerings, but no, that's not what you can do next episode. You can do that this episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I'll see you all next time when we're going to see about getting these repairs done, and we're going to need to replace that heatsink. That is something that will be flagged, though, and so I will definitely remember to do that. Yeah, this is going to take much, much longer. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate, but I will see you all next time.